What's going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to a brand new video. I hope everyone had a good weekend. So today we're going to be talking about all of the new major changes that are going to be coming within the next PUBG update, because there's actually kind of a lot that's happening now. We've actually got quite a lot of content to cover, and we're not even fully into this next season yet. This is just all the things we know about currently. So we've got a new map to discuss, a new gun that's coming, and potentially even more. So real quick, as always, if you guys enjoyed the video today, a thumbs up would be awesome. Subscribe if you are brand new to the channel, of course. And another really cool way you guys can help out, and it's super easy to do, you can actually use my creator appreciation program. If you log into your PUBG account, which I'm going to have linked down below in the description, you just log in and then you scroll over and select my name in the creator appreciation program, and it really does help out the channel a ton. And of course, if you do end up using my code, definitely let me know in the comment section so I can thank you, or you can send it to me over on Twitter. Either way, I want to show my appreciation and give back to you guys a bit. But anyways, pretty much the main stage piece of content that's going to be coming in the relatively near future for PUBG is going to be Sanhok Remastered, a brand new map, technically speaking, but this is going to be probably the remaster that we all needed. At this point in the game, it is by far the most outdated map, receiving pretty much no changes since its launch, so this is actually going to fix that issue. Now, I made an entire video on Sanhok Remastered. If you want a more in-depth explanation about what I think's going on here and what the map's going to look like and feel like, that sort of stuff, definitely make sure to check out my latest video. But just to briefly reiterate where this is coming from, now, there is a Twitter account called Alex the PUBG Dev. A lot of you guys saw that in the last video. And so what I think's going on here is PUBG is actually trying to control leaks now, because a lot of the information that we get in regards to new maps and new guns and stuff often comes from a leaked source, which, because of the nature of leaks, it's not technically supposed to be out yet, and not everything is said and done. So I'd say about 80% of the stuff that we get as far as leaks actually end up making it in the game. Now, this was sort of revealed in a similar sense, but not exactly a leak. Again, it is a PUBG dev account, and I guess they're basically making their own controlled leaks. So I guess they figured, as far as leaks are concerned, if you can't beat them, join them. So instead of letting someone else leak it, they're going to do it themselves. So this does a couple things. Not only does this prove the legitimacy of the account and the content posted thereof, but it's also probably, this is where we're going to be wanting to, turn our attention to in regards to any of the early content that's going to be coming for PUBG. This is the Twitter we're going to be looking on. But Alex the PUBG Dev also tweeted a video revealing a brand new gun. Now, he did tweet an image as well, but there's actually now a full-on video, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that real quick. So this little video shows the model of the new PUBG gun that's coming. It shows the reload animation as well as the firing animation and all of the moving parts that has, which is honestly pretty impressive. But the thing is, here, there's a little bit of debate of whether this is the MG42 or the MG3, and the guns are very, very similar in terms of their look and aesthetic, and even sort of the way they fire, but the MG3 is a little bit more of a new gun, and I think that's actually going to be what it is. If it was the MG42, of course, that's a significantly older weapon, and it wouldn't be able to really be compatible with many of the attachments in game, and I kind of figured they were going to add a new LMG when they pretty much axed the M249 as a crate weapon and put it as a common spawn. They have to fill something up there, so I imagine they're not going to add another LMG to the ground, and if it is the MG3, I can see this for sure being a crate spawn only. Either way, it doesn't matter too much what the actual model of the gun ends up being in the game, and it might not even be called the MG3 either. It could have a slightly different name. The point is, the weapon that it's actually going to behave as, it's going to fire 7.62 from what we understand. And as far as its behavior, it's probably going to end up being the 7.62 adjunct to the M249. Similarly how the, barrel is the 7.62 counterpart to the M4. That's most likely what they're going to be going for as far as gun behavior with this weapon. You could say, well, that's the DP28. The DP28 is kind of just on its own plane. That's an entirely separate weapon class as far as I'm concerned. And I'll be honest, I am so excited to finally have a new gun to play, because, correct me if I'm wrong, if we're not counting the Mosin, the last true new weapon we had in-game was the DBS, and that was almost a year ago. So let me know what you guys think about the MG3 or the MG42. Do you want this to be in crates? Do we want it to be a common spawn? And how do you really want it to behave? Now, next, I want to talk a little bit about ranked mode, some of the changes that are probably coming along with it, as well as how that intertwines with the leaked clan system a while back, and why I believe that's taken so long to be implemented. So ranked mode in PUBG is a solid concept. In theory, you should be able to jump into this lobby, grind for rank, play competitively, and really enjoy yourself without, a relatively cheap cheat-free experience. But I'll be honest, ranked mode is kind of all over the place right now in PUBG, and it needs a little bit of work. First of all, when they implemented this system, they tried to enable two-factor authentication using your actual mobile device. So in theory, this should slow down the rate of cheaters significantly, because if you get banned on that account, then your actual device is banned, and this didn't really seem to have much effect from what I understand. And also the fact that there's really no way to play solo. If you just want to sit back and play by yourself for a bit, you can't do that without playing solo squads, which is of course sometimes an absolute pain if you're just trying to relax and have some fun. However, some PUBG devs were on a podcast recently where they got asked if solo and duos are going to be coming to ranked mode, and they said they'll think about it and it's a possibility. I don't know if I would expect it anytime soon, but it's something that I feel like if, you know, enough players are interested in genuinely, then this could end up being a possibility for rank. Now, the way this ties into the clan system, I believe that this was actually designed first and was meant to be a part of, you know, what was actually implemented as ranked, but this was essentially the framework for that structure. Some of you remember around a year ago, you could log into PUBG during server maintenance and see that there was an entire option of a clan system menu. Now, of course, it was a little bit incomplete. It still had like a lot of game dev talk in there, and not all of the, you know, assets were all filled out and stuff, but it was at least there as a concept, and I believe that these things were meant to go hand in hand. There are full-on ranks, emblems, different, you know, mottos you can have in your clan. You can draft people. It's a really intricate system, and I still have reason to believe that this is going to be implemented quite soon, but in a somewhat of a different way. I don't think all of the assets, and especially a lot of the ranked badges that we're currently seeing, are going to be, you know, easily translated over into the ranked mode or what they're doing directly with competitive PUBG now. What's more likely to happen, in my opinion, is they're going to take a lot of these assets that are done and that do fit within the boundaries of the new PUBG ranked, but they're going to cut out a lot of the stuff that just isn't necessary for it. So when I was researching the ranked mode a little bit and how it intertwines with the clan system, I found some rather disappointing news, to be honest. So you guys remember when PUBG Labs was implemented, as this was sort of an experimental testing ground for virtually anything in game. It could be a new weapon, it could be a new vehicle, like for instance when the glider was added, just something that isn't necessarily going to stick to the game, but it's a good place to try it, right? It's a little bit just more chaotic. It seemed like a lot of people were big fans of PUBG Labs. It was a good way to add some spice and flavor to the game that it was sorely missing, and it seems like after this interview they mentioned that pretty much Labs was entirely made only to test ranked mode to some degree. They knew that the test server numbers and, you know, what the data they were pulling in there was just not going to cut it in order to determine a proper algorithm for ranked mode. They developed PUBG Labs and they figured they could try out, you know, little things here and there, but it was pretty much only designed to run ranked mode. And you guys remember, after the skill-based matchmaking tests that were run on Labs, it has never been seen again. And due to this information that's recently come out over the past couple of days, I don't think we're gonna ever see PUBG Labs again, which really sucks, to be honest. However, the more I think about it, it's not that big of a deal as long as they would still, you know, implement the same stuff that they would put into PUBG Labs into regular public matches, because like right now in pubs with bots, you can pretty much add whatever you want and it's not going to change too much as far as the meta. And then if it ends up working out in public matches, they can potentially think about adding it over to rank. Now, there's another big change that I'm hoping is finally implemented within probably this season or at least soon, and this is some changes to team deathmatch. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I absolutely love it. TDM is probably one of the most successful things they've done in a while, but again, it is getting a little bit old, and they even mentioned at the launch of TDM they were going to be adding different sections of maps, maybe entirely new designed TDM maps and new weapon classes to be more specific, and we haven't really seen any of that since its launch. So I hope that is still being worked on, because TDM has been genuinely huge for the game, and I hope they really capitalize on the good thing they got going there. I feel like a couple new maps along with some sort of small creative class system where you can pretty much pick your gun and, you know, your specific attachments you like would be absolutely wonderful. That would be huge for it. So I hope there's some improvements underway for TDM, as was mentioned before. I imagine they're going to be coming soon within the next update. I don't know, but hopefully, you know, a little bit in the distant future. And finally, besides Sanhok Remastered, which we can tell is pretty much done from the way it's been, you know, been talked about and the screenshots that we've seen, the map is pretty much ready. So I imagine this is just going to launch immediately with the next update. There's also apparently 2 more maps that are being developed. One is going to be sort of a North American Alaskan map, and there's going to be another one that's featured in Chile. I'm not going to go super in detail with these maps in this video. I'm going to save those for an entirely separate discussion because there's actually quite a lot to talk about there, so be on the lookout for that. But Sanhok Remastered is coming for sure, and alongside some new maps, which might not be immediately, but sometime thereafter Sanhok. So this is what we kind of have to look forward to. And I'm actually going to be hosting, some custom games when Sanhok Remastered does come out. You'll be able to get a first look at the map here, so make sure to subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And that's going to be pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you think about the future update coming soon. Are you excited for Sanhok Remastered? Are you excited for the new MG3 gun that's coming? And also, what improvements would you make to Sanhok that haven't been featured in the original? I hope this update goes over well, and I'm really looking forward to playing it. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comment section. But if you did enjoy, of course, leave a like rating on the video. Subscribe if you're brand new. And also, if you want to go use my creator code, you can do that. The link will be down below in the description. Really easy to do, and it helps out the channel a ton. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next live stream or the next video. Take it easy, everyone, and peace out.